Oh na 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 na. Say the way them be left the power to murder, not to say it. Plenty youth they smoke and go mad. Try they not to say me there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say me there. The way politics them spoil we try they I say not to say me there. The way my dad they fly plenty, the other part not to say me there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say me there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there. But not to so be there. 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 Pulling back politics, fight each and every day. Not to so we been there. Not to so we been there. DJ box the battle, get on my and my brewer. Not to so we been there. Not to so we been there. Put out on board, they travel round, come back and village people not the get chance. Not to so if I the mommy they dance that TikTok and people want talk. Una left and I saw you one day. Green and red been the bind, green and red been the dine. But now not to so it there. When we start the drive, glass teeth they up, the voters they suffer. Not to so for day. The mommy getting artists, the pa getting artists, the other pa getting artists for day. You know for talk through then quick for jail you. Violate your rights, bro. Not to so you have been there. 2023, I wonder how you go there. Now before you get job, before somebody say not to so be there. 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 Listen, governor for make investors run away. We for encourage them not to show you been there. Kai Kamara one coach John Kista. Paddy play football sets much not to show you been there. You want talk plenty, you not score plenty. You don't crest, not to show Kalom been there. The baby fi say they cheat, but not to show a day. I not say not to all been there, not to show be there. But and see God there, we must stay like how been there. And now been there, we must stay like how been there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to show be there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there. But not to so be there. 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 Y'all know Senator House Salon Day, not to show me day. The way our salon be day today, not to show you day. Woo! What da? Bojo, Bojo. Crying out, baby. It's your mark. The guy will die, will smile. Red flag, baby. All day. Woo! Leon, one love. Alright? Take the challenge. Tell man and say not to show for day. Not to show salon for day. Alright?
Alman on the mix.
Favorite rapper, King Boss. The voice of the voiceless. I'm here.
Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Because the reason I'm saying good night, because some places it's night now. So now thank you for una joining me today. As always, una please before we start the show, I will una share the live, una like the page, and una subscribe. Today we've got a very interesting topic for discussion. Today the show is about 30 to 45 minutes. I will introduce myself as una all know me. My name is Fatia, and I reside in London, United Kingdom. And I thank you when I join me today. As always, I want to acknowledge some of you already online. Abdul, Isatu, and Alaji. All thank you very much. Please, and do us a favor, share the live, whether you're on YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Please, share the live. Thank you very much for watching. I go introduce, we get two important guests today now. Two of we come with them very, very dynamic individual, people that we know them topic and are regular on the platform. I go introduce one of them and the co-host, what una know. Instead, we can introduce himself, but nevertheless, I will still introduce her. Una know the one and only, the political scribe, the storyteller, the mixer, the mixing, the mixers is the one and only, no duplicate. Mixer, 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 mixer. Are you in the house? Please come out and show us some love.
Thank you ever so much. And comrade and sister Fatia, where I'm co-host today. My name is Hassan Kebe, where everybody they call Mixer. But today, of course, Fatia don't tell when I say the topic we can discuss today about the concerned Sierra Leoneans them where they live na Europe and then get a forthcoming protest will get for take place na Brussels. So we dey stick on that topic there because na national issue and everybody knows when they talk about national issue, it concerns Sierra Leoneans them. So it's like if you tell somebody say, I no want for know anything about politics, it just tell like say you know one for you're not concerned about people their lives. And what's they happen right now in our country is about life and death. So as a result of that, we bring down two guests them where they can tell we waiting at them plans and waiting at the impact and waiting they want do because we don't know as well as we listeners and viewers they don't know nothing. So therefore they ask we for make we bring and then guest them for maybe guest and can tell them something about protest. Waiting a protest, waiting in the protest for. So viewers and listeners, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. This is now the APC Diaspora online TV platform with me, Hassan Mixakebe, are the personal over to my co-host, Wena Fatia, where they can introduce a number one guest, where in believe say they can do the right thing, they can do justice to the listeners and viewers. Thank you, and over to you, Fatia.
Thank you so much, Mixer. Una all know the man where they had this platform, Mixer. A very dynamic individual in knowing stuff, and he's also a very charismatic man. And I can't introduce you now. Una most of you know this week. Guess what I can introduce? Now the one and only, instead of now no duplicate, he resides in Sweden, the cold parts na Europe, what we call the Scandinavian country. The one and only Andrew Camera. Andrew, could you come please? Mr. Andrew, how are you? We guess they know you quite well because you're familiar to this platform. You want to just introduce yourself, please, Andrew?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Andrew.
Yeah, good evening. This now Comrade Andrew Kamara, the talk from Sweden. And they are today as concerned citizens them who can discuss on the topic of the protest in Belgium. Thank you very much, Comrade Fatia and Mixer, for always having us here for discuss about Salon and the way forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much that for reviewers them online, with comrades, with friend, family, nieces, nephew, brothers and sisters, and fan. Please una share the live, una subscribe to the APC Diaspora TV online, una like the page. So as soon as we come on to discuss anything here, una go get the notification and una go able to watch me live. And also una go able to join into the conversation. So if una get any question, what una want ask me two amazing guests today, please una put on the chat and then go answer. We go do it best for read the question out so we comrade and go answer. I go introduce also the other wonderful comrade, now the one and only Bakar King Conte. Bakar, you want to tell me small thing about yourself to be guests that we don't know you at this platform or we're not used to you, please.
Okay, on a good evening, all viewers them all across the globe. This now on a brother, on a king, on a friend, Bakar King Conte, another voice from Biriwa in the Republic of Mambina. Well, me na Bakar King Conte, me na the chairman for the APC Belgium district, and I reside in Belgium. For Una, we don't know me, me na an activist, a videographer, a photographer, and I believe say I don't do a lot of work them at the media. We by now many Salonians them we for don't know what me don't do. For Una we don't know much, please go to YouTube, just search for the name Bakar King Conte. You will see say me na one of the people we first begin for talk about Sierra Leone inside YouTube. So now I begin my career for the Inform. So up till now, I still do the same thing, and I not ever sit down steady. So this na my own short introduction where I give you now.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bakar. I must say, I love the hat. It's a beautiful hat, beautiful color, beautiful shape, and it definitely suit you. Probably before we left this show, you for post them to Mixer. So next week, Mixer will go on the show. Thank you very much, comrade. Thank you all for joining us today. The time now almost quarter past 9 in the United Kingdom, and in Sweden and Belgium is about 10:15. Different parts of the world at different times. And are all welcome, and thank you for not joining me today. Mixer, I will pass this over to you for you to ask the first question, because I know say you ready for a good answer than I had tonight. So I will give you that chance and let you go ahead and do your bit.
Thank you so much. I'm the co-host Fatia, and listeners and viewers. I just want to remind you now, please. Then guests that will get today, then they are in the capacity as Sierra Leoneans, not as APC members, although they are APC members and they all get executive positions in the APC. But for today, then they serve Sierra Leoneans them. So anything where they can talk now, not to a policy statement, but then they can educate and guide listeners and viewers to make una understand what's in the happen na Sierra Leone. Because at the end of the day, we are discussing national issue. And national issue, the only person they discuss them now people the way affect, and it affect with the Sierra Leoneans there. But before ever they ask me first question, I count me co-host as well as the guest them for make us sing the Have Faith in God song 1 minute, because that then they boost the spirit of everybody. So co-host Fatia, please highlight everyone who they can sing that song the 1 minute for listeners and viewers them.
Mixer, some of we not get nice voice, particularly.
It doesn't matter, but we just have to sing it because that the faith and the spirit for everybody on this platform. So at the start, 3, 2, 1, go. Have faith in God.
Have faith in God.
Have faith in God. Wonderful things will happen to you if you have faith in God. That's it.
My God, now Andrew, let me to sing, out of tune, so not to me. Andrew and Bakar, in fact, Bakar didn't even sing; he just kept quiet because
I know.
He's not familiar with the song.
Have faith in God.
Andrew was completely
ginger everybody, and that's
anyway, we're back to normal again.
Back to normal, and that's to tell every listeners and viewers say all that is left of us is hope, and we all get hope in that country day. So they go straight to the discussion now, and the first question they go straight away to Bakar King Conte. Bakar King Conte, this now for you directly. You go want tell listeners and viewers them waiting at the main reason why we not choose July 24th for host a protest na Belgium. We don't coincide with the date with Sierra Leoneans thing. They conduct an election when on June 24th, 2023, exactly by calendar na 30 days. Why make una choose this date, please? The sound. You're muted. Check your phone. Check your phone.
Bakar, could you unmute, please?
My apology.
Good. It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I struggled a little bit with me and my phone. And I just give me sorry about that. No one. Let me just do this. All right, Mr. Misa, I believe you put the question in a very fine way. Because we almost the election of Sierra Leone will take place on the 24th of June.
Please, before we go any further, you get any other computer where they on, or your phone or something? Echo?
No, I don't get that with the on.
You don't get any second device?
No.
Okay. I'll just get his technical team, let them check him because we get echo quite a lot. Do you mind?
Yeah, because I hear echo. I've been telling us in the beginning that I did get problem with the volume. I did struggle for listening to Una. I don't know why, but Una they hear me clear. So, but that's okay. But I don't get no device with it on. Computers are all switched off. Only the phone and they on.
Okay, go ahead. Please.
Okay. I would say the date we choose not just a coincidence. Not a date we a plan. Not a date we plan. I believe say it happened for a reason. Now God now himself choose that date for we. Because to be honest, we don't choose another date before this date here. But there was a reason why we been delayed for execute the first date we been take. And after we don't get a deep consultation with the police officer, we then tired to be request. In the day at the background, they give we advices them. Because what we want to achieve, it was much more greater than just a protest. We asked for so many things then we go allow we for all the protest, we get also an audience for let we send a strong message to members them inside the European Parliament. You know what they say? Look me, I look you. You go able to see the emotions there. You go able to see the pain. You go able vision say these people are really asking for help. Rather than just for go hold banners them, shout. So this was the plan. But the plan, the more we go into them, the more it take more time. So the officer and I said advice we say, listen. He said, what you want for do? We're not going to achieve it now. He said because the parliament is closed on the 25th. So past una say una go wait until August, we then come back for make una able to pull up what una really want to do, which is a very brilliant idea. So we say and say, for now wait till August again, people have been demanding inside Belgium now say they want to do this protest there as soon as possible. So now income lead we say, okay, before we wait till the end of August, and Parliament is closed on the 25th, let we use that last day on the 24th. The reason being, that's when we believe say Parliament get for be full. You know, say parliamentarians them way that they go on holiday. That last day, all man they come. We can say goodbye, can talk about coup, can enjoy themselves. So Parliament go be a very full place on that day. So now in make we say before we wait till August, now we come first and do a process on the 24th. The other thing we plan for do, we go find a date when they come back for what we do them. We really want to go sit down inside the European Parliament, get a session with the parliamentarians then, put we strong case across to them, whether they listen to we and not say we serious. So this now we and the policeman talk and they give this advice here. So that advice they now we follow. So this is the reason why we choose that date day. And only choose the date. Somebody tell me, say, hey man, this date here look fine. Because at the same month where we do the election, the 24th of June.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you ask the question, you just make a smile.
Would you think alike with the person we asked the question, we tell you the question? That's fine. Thank you so much for answering that question. Fatia, they ask the next question and then we'll move on. Okay? You get so many questions and for answer now today. No worry, we'll not exhaust you. But we'll make sure say you educate the viewers them. Go ahead, Fatia. Your volume. You're muted. You're muted. Unmute yourself.
Fatia now 1-1 against you. You
Fatia,
still mute.
Fatia, you still mute.
Well, it's not 2-1 against you.
No, we cannot hear you. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
So there's somebody type of column.
Okay, log out and log in again. I'll take over straight away. Yeah. And Comrade Andrew, as I tell viewers them earlier on, you they are in the capacity as a Sierra Leonean, not serving the APC political party in which you belong. In politics, a famous French emperor, what they call Napoleon, he talks in politics, never retreat, never retract, and never admit to a mistake. We all know what don't happen at Sierra Leone. We all know what to make what they are today. Now, because the ECSL boss, do the needful thing for Sierra Leoneans them. He wasn't transparent during the elections, and as a result of that, he go announce a false result where they against the APC political party with specific reference to the presidential candidate, when Dr. Samura Kamara. So now, the concerned Sierra Leoneans in Europe, they don't plan for organize a protest on the 24th of July 2023. You go on for tell listeners and viewers there, what are the target audience that Belgium, where will they host this protest for?
Thank you very much, Comrade Mixer. And
Pleasure.
Thank you, viewers, for all take time for be part of this day today. We don't get programs at this platform, but I believe say this one be very historic and it mean a lot to we all. They make us spare time for be part of this because Salon Day at a point wherein everybody for put ideas, resources, and everybody for put hands on deck for ensure say we try for redeem that country day from the shackles of divide, intimidation, and the continuous suppression where they go on at the country. The target audience for this very moment and for this July 24, protest, first for the target Sierra Leoneans them. And then we major focus that for make we able for attract more attention, and then we able for table of petition to the international community, specifically to the European Commission, where they station at Brussels, Belgium. And because anyhow you look at them, many times people go say Salona is a sovereign state. Of course, we not disagree the fact. But again, one for state here very clearly say that finger where they feed you not going for better. In as much as the SLPP current chairman Prince Adin don't label them people there, call them all kind of names, call them academic dwarfs, but we still give them the credence we then deserve. Say we'll be one for conduct with elections. Now then people there go and go supervise. If you like you get an examination, then you get somebody will go serve as an invigilator. The overall examiner rely on the report where the invigilator they give. And the European Union been sent a specific team na Salon for go supervise with elections. To be more precise, the head of that team did not Sweden here come on, but if they work with the European Union, a parliamentarian at the EU Parliament. So then go Salon, they don't present a uniform report with the UK, with the Carter Center, Commonwealth, and many other international observers then. So if we as citizens who feel dissatisfied, then people will be don't go down and go supervise with elections, write a report, wait till we say the election not transparent, and not free and fair. All the process with them do, then try for dupe the people of that country day. Because bear in mind that Section 92.2 of the Public Elections Act of 2022 states and very clear, say the major factor where for able to qualify these elections, if we ensure say the tabulations of the results will be done from the polling station to the polling centers, district level, regional, and to the central level. But all them people that try for bypass all these way the Elections Act we don't state and try for go call results, we're not even aligned with waiting we be the expect where the people and go vote. The results where they go call not to him the people and vote for. So therefore, if you feel dissatisfied, like I've been illustrate now, if an examiner where they supervise you, don't write a report, say You don't you don't try for do exams malpractice, you don't spy, you don't write report, you send them to the overall examiner. The overall examiner go able for penalize you through the report we get from the examiner. And so now it happens so now. So therefore, we the bring we report back, we the bring we complaints and back to them people there. When are the European Union. Now them put their money for these elections. Now they don't support we as a country and we believe say coming to them and for table with complaints them now the best way possible. And exactly now we get for the just like what my brother Bakar Kimbi say. July 24, now it mark 1 month for where this man be don't come and rob the people of Salon we all. Mohamed Kone Wakone, in and in boss Madabio. And so that 1 month day, it goes serve very historic to we all as Sierra Leoneans. Now make we get for go to Brussels. We all get for the day. And we they continue for call on Sierra Leoneans the way they live within the European bloc. You they live in the Scandinavian, you they live in Central Europe. You then UK and I join we on the 24th of July. Make we go peacefully protest na the EU Commission na Brussels. Make we anger them out in a respectable manner and table with petition out, outlining all the details them. All who say them might don't fall short and who say they don't go bad with we as a citizens. With a table all with a try for outline all them errors and they, all them shortfalls and they, and present them to the EU Commission now Brussels in a very respectable manner. I will believe say with manner people will respect everybody in view. Of recent something happened in France, then kill 115-year-old bobo, police people them then kill a body. As I speak to you now, Paris, no day how it been day. People protest, people take to the streets, they protested, properties were destroyed, but yet still they respect them. Police then even stay there, they deal with them and try to ensure say then outline everything where possible and table them to the police then. So now we get for do this part of the world they live everybody in voice, they respect them. So now make we get for go to Brussels and go and show say we complain them out and spell out everything where necessary. So now that's what I say, Mixer. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks ever so much. And listeners and viewers, them of course, when I don't listen to what Andrew don't answer, and when I don't understand exactly what the rationale of the protest, we then get for host on the 24th of July 2023. Fatia, they carry on with the next questions. Then, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mixer. I hope everybody can hear me now. I have to apologize. I don't know what happened there. I switched my camera. So I don't know if that was the problem that was giving me a muted thing. Hope you all can hear me now. Also, please, for the viewers them online, like I said before, share the page, like the page, subscribe to the page. If we not get any question, please on our write hand down so we guess then go answer as much as possible. Also, I'll just mute quite a few individuals. Another thing I want to say, it also possible for long as also that they watch me from. If you're watching us from England, Sierra Leone, Freetown, Bow, wherever, if you can just say where you are so we can give you a shout. My next guest now, Comrade Igalo, as well from the Scandinavian country. He's a regular here. He's also a host here on Fridays for the youth show. How are you, Igalo? How you doing?
I do well. Thank you very much, Comrade
It seems
Fatia
like you're quite busy today, but you managed for join me. Thank you very much for that.
I didn't start the bus now. They on the way to go work.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
This,
Well done. Well done.
yeah,
That shows dedication. Thank you
this,
so much.
yeah.
Thank
But
you.
this call is very important. I say not for miss at all.
Oh,
Last
that's
time
great.
and give your contribution to us, calling on Sierra Leoneans where we all they live in Europe, even those in the UK, any parts of the world, for join forces with we concerned Sierra Leoneans on the 24th of July. That is the Monday. For law we converge in Brussels, front the European Parliament for ensure say we voice them will be heard, and at the same time we get for meet necessary authorities them for tender with concerns and waiting happen recently in our elections at Sierra Leone. We married with corruption, lack of transparency, the killing of people. All these are all things we need for echo out to the international body. being that then are we financial guarantors and moral guarantors. So it's fine for let them know and let them aware say we are very much concerned as Sierra Leoneans that the need for intervene for ensure say we stop the administration of Mother Bill, not for proceed, because the elections, win them, and we not go continue for tolerate that. And a country where we don't get about 4 elections that we don't pass democratically, we don't envisage any situation like this. And this will not for allow them for continue, because if we happen, definitely it will kill with democracy. And me and you will go sit down talk, they sit down talk now about democracy. The future of the democracy it go there at blink. And we need for fight, we need for challenge, and we need for converge, for point out that us there. Let it one away they support we as Sierra Leone for intervene, allow we put a stop to this. That is more so the reason we make Mr. Sepul go there on the 24 na Brussels, give the support to all we get for the day so that they go here we cry same.
Thank you very much, Comrade Igalo. Thank you so much for that. We're very much grateful, as always, for you joining us and answering questioning straightforwardly. Also, again, next question. I will go through the comments on the side here on the chats because I have to apologize because I left the show earlier on. I'm on, yeah. I'm not able to see all the comments. So if I don't read the comment out, it's because I can't see it. So when I go right and back, then we go ask we colleagues them for answer. The next question are for Comrade Bakar. Bakar, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. Loud
Okay, the next question I want to ask you, you don't see we don't get different protests them from different parts of the world in different continents. We don't get in North America, we're not the United States. Then obviously we don't get in Europe, we're not the United Kingdom. So obviously now next, Scandinavia, Central Europe, Scandinavia, Brussels, Holland, Germany, and France, so on and so forth. Probably even Luxembourg, I'm not sure. What you wanna really want achieve? Obviously, you don't see what we don't display. What you wanna achieve now and later with it enough. We all me and everybody else. What you really wanna achieve to this protest in Europe?
Okay. First of all, we all know say we get a coup we happen at Sierra Leone, and inside that coup we get certain people them we go they say they form a government, we then choose their own president, and we not recognize as Sierra Leoneans them because they're not legitimate. As for we personally, we know say right now we not get a president in Sierra Leone. We get a coup leader. We hijack democracy in our hand and boldly install himself under gunpoint and take over this country and want for rule we by force. We not get the mandate. So we don't tell Salonians and say, first of all, they never recognize them because they are not legitimate. But say Salonians them they don't get the power as much as we moral guarantors them. So as much as we people in Sierra Leone don't take the lead, say they don't sabi this government, they don't respect this government, they don't want this government or they want form. We come outside for call on we international partners them for me them listen to the cries of the Sierra Leoneans them. This not a thing very difficult or talk the case. Because the people then we try to attract, now then get the power, the financial capital, and then get them. Now then the facilitate provision where then cool people like they enjoy. We want to make sure say, as much as the people of Sierra Leone not recognize these people like the international community themselves not for recognize them. So now in the beginning, we begin to put the case across. Waiting one see happen. First of all, we want to tell them, say, they were witness to the coup that happened in Sierra Leone. They were as much as disappointed as we are. But the one that will be in the day, now just few of them over a year, now they all them boss them, we send them for what represent them na Sierra Leone, now yeah, then they inside the European Parliament. So we not say when they return, then we don't bring on the files of what happened. But not to all man don't read the file yet. Like when the last time we do the last protest, the policeman then go advise me and say, what thing will you do if I'm? He said because them brother, yeah, they know what thing you go on. But because they get so much on their plate, they're not able to focus how for help win Africa. But through the demonstrations, them, through the direct engagement with them, it will wake them up for me to focus on the issues them with the more than win Africa. So that advice they now in which side it take all over the world. For me, sure we go and get a meeting with them inside their parliament. First of all, for make them not encourage them, make them not say this election year, you know, finish yet. And the same message of Oberon Thessalonians and say the election, you know, finish yet. One for make sure say the election, how then put people and vote, that's what they for announce them. We get the evidences them. And let's get the evidences them. So we want to make them not recognize them, make them ban them from traveling around through the African Union, the European Union, the USA. This our fight right now. Because we not say where them privilege there, then seize them from them, it will bring them come back to their right senses and say, okay, this fight here against the people of Sierra Leone, now fight over no go win. Because are the people and the world against we. So we are doing the right thing right now. The first process, they say go through dialogue. Before we go to war, we do first the diplomacy. So now make we go and call them, say, tell Mother BOC it is not legitimate. Tell Mother BOC, make them call the real result where the people then go and vote. And voting and bring come. And from there now we go know either APC that they win the election, SLPP that they win the election, or they forgo on runoff and then do the election again. Now the truth now in we want. That's all. We not ask nobody for fight on our favor. We want for men to respect the will of the people and be transparent with the vote of the people them and call the true results will reflect the people of Sierra Leone. Okay. If they don't do that one day, we not go agree today, we not agree tomorrow. So this now we stand and we believe say we case all they make, then they listen them, then they read them, now it make today, then they work with we upon everything all we ask for. They never try for patented and for we. So we message it very clear and it's strong, and we believe say now faith all the win.
Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you so much, Bakar. I just want to give a quick shout out to viewers online. We get like I said earlier on, because I left and I come back in, I can't see most of you. So I get Umoro Sise, and I've got Peter Alia, and I've got Umoro Sise again from Sweden, Umoro Sise again and again. And we've got Hannah, and we've got Abiose, and we've got Titi, and we've got Izatu, and we've got Joseph, Kagbo, and we've got Aisha Kande from the United States of America. Thank you all. And I've got, let me see, Hawana to Noah. Thank you so much. Alasan, Fele, and I've got Adikali, and Mo, and then also I've got Owakasu. Thank you all for watching. We're very much grateful for you joining us day in and day out. You're welcome to this platform. Please, Una, do us a favor, Una, share the live because we want the conversation to go wider and bigger. Una, like the page, Una, subscribe. So anytime we come on, Una, go get the notification. And also, I want to send Una question in. So, Bakar and Andrew and also Igalo go able to answer question to the best of their knowledge. Please do not send in on a question. Thank you very much. Andrew, I get one question for you before Mixer asks you. This protest here, so where with the one of the one of the do on the 24th, which is on Monday. How obviously we all know say in Europe everybody they try for go work, nobody not like for take them day off. So what una don't put in place for galvanize people and follow them show up like what America and United and London do. What una get in place for galvanize for the turnout for be as big, if not bigger, than both the US and the UK, especially considering it's Monday.
When you talk about the protest and you consider the time at this moment, many times they raise questions, say, yeah, people get for work. But one for make it very clear, and I say the people the way they behind the protest, I mean, concerned citizens them from Sierra Leone. Now, people in way so much get passion for the people of that country, the country as a whole. Now, people will get so much respect for democracy, and now people will value the people who they live in the country, then vote them. People will be done sacrifice. Some man come out 3 o'clock morning, some 2 a.m. for go vote. And like the efforts them way people don't put together for make sure say we're able for succeed, we come July 24. Now like what happened in the US, we've seen a Capitol building. Thousands of Sierra Leoneans in Kobo for go protest. We see what happened in the UK. Surprisingly, I seen in the UK, the people from NGC, people from SLPP even show up for protest. That's how you say, this not a fight for just APC or SLP. This is a fight, now a fight for all Salon people versus dictator, the tyrant we sit on our Salon at the moment where they terrorize people. This now fight for every Sierra Leonean. And if now a fight for every Sierra Leonean, the question about Monday or the timing, no, they play, because if you think about where they work right now, the amount of money where they send go salon for support your family members, then they put aside the work at the moment. A day no go spoil you working calendar. You know go spoil them. Just one day. No go spoil. If I'm not even just a full day from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. If you consider the amount of people who then they kill every day in a salon under this leadership, you go just sit down and drop the work for that day and go and try for make you complain them to the people, them authorities away concerned. If you consider the amount of intimidations where they go on a salon, this talk where they talk right now, where they talk now, this online TV. If na salon are there, they talk now na AYV, people and they don't, they wait for me for arrest me and go to me na Benghazi, go torture me, or send me go na Pademba Road. If you consider all the factors in there, then you go just consider, say, a day, or let's say 4 hours, no go just spoil everything about you. You need for spare that time day. This is a time and a decisive movement for every Sierra Leonean. Let us come together. If you live in Germany, if you live in France, Switzerland, Italy, Greece, Sweden, Denmark, Belgium, any way they live in Europe, even in UK and I also party then they spend cheap tickets, come on the day. Let us come unitedly and protest for the people of that country and for me and you. Because the picking the all don't born I one day then get for ask we that what you don't do for your country. And as some of them think say all what they do, we know they do them because we want for do them. If Mother Biobi win these elections, I, Andrew, for be the first person for call and congratulate them. I've even tweet about that. I've talk about that on Facebook. I've even get a session now this online TV and come congratulate them. But the man no go don't begin for rob we since day one. Fatia, just pay me time. From where Mother Bio take over power, everybody knows say the man don't bastardize the constitution. The appointment of Mohamed Kono Akone will be the commissioner for NEC, legit, transparent, constitutional, because subsection 332 of the 1991 Constitution provide a roadmap on how the procedures where the president will follow for the appointment of the electoral commissioner. The president will follow that road. Follow. Consult other political parties. Them. Consult. Mohamed Konowa Kone, up to the term where they appoint him, where he begins serve as electoral commissioner, they receive money from the consolidated fund. And subsection 432A and B make them very clear. Say the electoral commissioner, they go through the same scrutiny like what in MPs and they go through. The same way how Andrew the commoner, if I don't be citizen of Sweden, I go contest, then go say I'm not qualified. The same way if Andrew be they receive money from the consolidated fund, I go contest for any position as a member of parliament. Then go say I'm not qualified. Mohamed Kone not being qualified. And I'm sure the APC MPs in the parliament be vote against. But as usual, they overrule Abbas Bundu, not be listening to nobody. They listen only to what Mother Baby don't dictate to her. They overrule and they impose Mother Mohamed Kone at we. Now make Mohamed Kone get the bold mind for go sit down now bring to money and go impose Mother Baby on we again. People they don't come out early morning. Some people them day 10, 11 o'clock na net for me the votes be counted. People in Tinap na line, they wait, even when they don't vote, then they watch Koro for ensure say nobody no go tip their vote. I see the way people them be so much energized for make sure say their vote be secured. Mohamed Kone get the bold mind, go read a result way now manipulated result. These are cook-up figures. Honestly speaking. So if you think about all them things there, time no go be a factor for making no go Belgium and go protest. Because now 4 hours we just get for spare for the people of Salon. And that 4 hours, it mean a lot to Salon people. So if the people over there Salon right now, they don't get a voice. Because if you talk na Salon, then they go locking up at the road. You're very lucky if they even go to Napadeba. So then they kill the smuggle one. If you think about all the factors that they put aside political parties, let me go there today. We know they as APC people, we there as concerned citizens. Because a lot has been done for that country. A lot, we need for say enough is enough for them. Like what did the people, the Senegalese people, and do when Macky Sall go one for tamper the constitution? They say no, 16 people were killed. By the end of the day, then get what they want. Now the same thing we they do now. And because we for protest that day, we see say we not get the result, we go continue for protest. Will they take them back from US, we can UK, we can Brussels, can Scandinavia, we continue it in Australia. So that's no more for say.
Thank you very much, Andrew. I go hand over to Mixer.
It's not over yet until it is finally over. So for no say we still there on the election process for the simple fact that Sierra Leoneans they don't deny the results we Conedo announced. So that clearly don't tell we say we are still discussing the election process in Sierra Leone. Now, all what is concerns Sierra Leoneans them, where they live outside of Sierra Leone, what we call the diaspora, because now only somebody where they live outside of Sierra Leone, we call diasporans. So the concerned Sierra Leoneans, the way they live now, all waiting in the cry for now for save democracy in Sierra Leone, because with democracy in Sierra Leone right now, it don't crack. As a result of that, all waiting they seek for again is justice. And the only way that they get justice now for make the moral guarantors them, when they are them part of the world here, then see to waiting. We get for tell them waiting with the demand and waiting with the request for make them do, because at the end of the day, concerned Sierra Leoneans are promoting democracy in Sierra Leone and the world as a whole. So as a result of that, I'll go straight away to Bakara. Just only the premise for you, Bakara King Conte. Now we all know say now Brussels get for host the next protest with the diasporas them, ranging from USA to London and from London to Brussels. And also from Yanda, we'll get somewhere else, but we'll not discuss that, yeah, because we don't know what's in the Sierra Leoneans their minds. We are just moderators, we are just and presenters them, so we know they know. So the only thing about they are for guide the listeners and viewers them and provide solutions to their concerns them. Bakar King Conte. When I host this protest on Monday, the 24th, what are the expected outcome of the protest? What do they expect really, really see the Europe, what are concerned Sierra Leoneans get for gain out of this protest as different to what in the UK and America don't gain? Because of course, we don't get hopes from Shunak. Shunak say get for speak to the UK and concerned Sierra Leoneans then in September or October. And yesterday also, the concerned Sierra Leoneans them, they will protest on Monday. They also get a meeting with David Lammy. So at the end of the day, we don't create an impact already. Same way so, the USA, they say don't create impact for me. Some of the senators them. Now, what are you expected outcome? Where you feel say will be able to create impact? And what get for be the next step moving forward in the next 2 to 3 months after this protest? How will I for do the follow-up and how will I for measure the success of this protest? Thank you.
Thank you very much, my able Mr. Mixer.
You're welcome.
I believe say when it comes to the outcome where we dey look for na similar outcome to the one day we protest na America, na similar outcome to the one day we protest na the UK. Now we all they carry the similar message. We all know also we come out before the election. We know also we come out during the election. We know also we did after the election. You know, Mr. Mixer, the thing will make me feel happy and get hope. Say the protest, now the answer to be Christ them all across the world. Now the energy we are see in Sierra Leoneans them for do this protest here. People now the continental Europe not get the energy because they see America protest. They not get the energy because they see UK protest. They get the energy because many of them were sick for see what happened at the country. Many of them couldn't believe waiting them watch live on their telephone screens or on their television. Mixer, you go still say like the whole world was mourning the death of democracy under Madabiu regime. Sierra Leoneans from all across, including SNPP Sierra Leoneans, we are even shocked. Even when they wanted their party to win, but you get some of them who are true patriots, we see the evil where Kone and Madabiu do and say no, they could have done it another way, but the way how they do it, I am not happy. SNPP, people then are telling me that they are angry that their party, what they believe in, was so brutal, with no compassion, with no regard for the people of Sierra Leone. Take that bold step there. Sanstanten, with your eyes open, then can they rob with election. So when I am walking around, I'm listening to people complaining, I became emotional. I was like, okay, people really felt it. Even though they were laughing about it, they knew sometimes it was happening, what was going to happen, but the way it happened, it shocked them inside. And I see it.
Wow.
So they have been calling for this protest. They wanted this protest. And my brother, even though, yes, the time is short, we let them know it was for a reason.
Yeah.
And they understand it is for a reason. So even up to yesterday, when we tell them about the date, say finally the police, they don't accept the date. Many were saying it is too short, but they said they will sacrifice whatever to be there. Some man said they will call off because the people of Sierra Leone, they don't shed their blood for save democracy. Many have died for stand against this brutal regime. Upon even the threats, when they threaten people then at the south, at the east, across Sierra Leone, say if una vote for another party, with a burn una house, with a kill una, people still go and vote. They sacrifice everything. But let me get a strong democracy in Sierra Leone. So who are we not to sacrifice our time for go and protest for one day? So the response we are getting from people then saying, okay, the time is short, but I am coming. I will do whatever I can. If not for Form 6, I the Form 6, but I will do it. And when I listen to the continental Europe, partners them, with chairmen them, talking about concerned Sierra Leoneans them all across. The message where I get give me hope, say, we dey pull out what we dey going for. But again, let me say this, we are not here in a competition.
Thank you.
Say because America, them pull crowd.
Thank you.
UK, them pull crowd. We stand for be like mind-boggling about crowd. Now, it make we get 3 fights over the fight. Fight number 1, now for let Salonians then come and make the loudest noise so that everybody in that vicinity at the European Parliament will know say people are here. Secondly, we did go and hand over a petition to the parliamentarians them when are they responsible for the handouts they all can get. Members say, Madam Bio, if you want to reject all the money what it come from the EU, because he knew what he had planned. Yes. He knows say if then people push the money para election day, then get for monitor and then get saying in the election. So Madam Bio was trying everything possible in his power for make sure say he not allow anything for come from them. Not because we get a move, now because he knows what he did not plan. But the EU, the Americans, we global partners them, they are smarter than Madam Bio.
Of course.
Una not that for 1 minute say they didn't know what Madam Bio was planning. But then they feel say no more, then get partners then who then work within and with their guidance, this man will able for listen to them. The same way how Pakaba be listen to them. The same way we Ernest be listen to them. Then if we say this man I go listen. But there not be no say the man we then can force for put into we. Now in the car back and slap them at them face. But you know which man? Slap on the left hand there. They get patient bad. Madam Bio a small boy for them. Saddam Hussein, now in get that so. We get power past Madam Bio far away. Madam Bio na 2,000 rebels, rebels they get so. True talk, 2,000 rebels them. When then guy are ready for them, now small talk. But you know, say first of all, then get for find way how for bio them. Now in the Thessalonians then say, do not give up, do not lose hope. The battle has just started. Now the first round so with the palm. So the people in continental Europe, like me comrade Andrew, Igalo, these guys are all done by ticket already. Can you imagine? Within a short notice, the chairman from Germany, chairman from Holland, chairman from Norway, Sweden, all of them don't put hands together for make sure say we get numbers them for can make the loudest noise. Okay. And the third stand over the take, not only for go give petition, but for make sure say we get a number of people them when they enter inside the European Parliament. We sit down, Kukuma, then we look them, we talk to them directly. And the third fight that one day. And then they now Inge will be the fight when they close the game. So I want to make una get hope on us. I want to make una get confidence in us. Say we are determined more than Madam Bio and in crooked criminals them where you don't put around them. And a fight where we know they lose. So una keep the faith alive. Lord, we come out in numbers. The protest is start from 10 a.m. in the morning. Do not forget, 10 a.m. in the morning, not to salon time, not to black man time, now real white man time. Because on that day, they get so many other protests that will happen. So it is congested. So we don't have to let anybody left behind. Wake up around 8 o'clock in the morning, like for say you go pray, I pray, wake up. Do it for Sierra Leoneans that who don't die. Do it for Sierra Leoneans that waiting in the hiding. Do it for Sierra Leoneans them where they starve, we need a change. Let me come out and demonstrate on the 24th on Monday. Be there by 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, Baka, I just want to ask you quickly. I'll just interrupt you a little bit. You don't confirm the time. For people that will not live in Belgium or when no Belgium, where is the meetup point?
The meetup point, we get a GPS address where we go for distribute.
Okay.
So we, because we don't have a delay, because time no day, now we favor. For say we're going to meet up somewhere, work at take at the place day, me not favor that idea day. I favor let all man meet before the European Parliament. Because we not get a whole day for protest. Every 1 minute, now time taken from us. So for say we're going to meet up somewhere, we keep company day, match take at the place day, we want to avoid that one day because time not on our favor. So everybody for meet up in front of the European Parliament.
Okay, thank you very much, Bakag. Thank you so much for that summary. That was fantastic. At least like waiting Bakag say for reviewers them online, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, please. Please show support for Sierra Leone. And this is not about APC. This is about Sierra Leone in general. This is arranged by concerned Sierra Leone in the United States, United Kingdom, and also Central Europe, including the Scandinavian countries, Holland, Belgium, France, Germany, and Luxembourg. So please, for Una Wedding at that side, if Una can make a great effort for meet 10 o'clock outside the European Parliament, that's central Brussels. Let Una make as much noise as possible, as louder as possible. The louder, the better. Obviously, we will do it in peace. As you know, Sierra Leone, we are very peaceful people in that whole West Africa. I keep saying this, but it is truth and it's fact. We are the most peaceful cities in that West Africa. Hence the reason Marabi want to take advantage, but but this time we're not going to let her do that. So please, if una can meet up 10 o'clock outside the European Parliament, una bring una pot cover, una bring una, I don't know, your shoes, your pan, whatever can crack a noise, bring it. We want to make the loudest noise so they can hear us right inside. And also, like how Bakag say, when we finish the protest there, probably 2-3 hours with loud noise, then go advise what and go do next. Now, thank you so much. Please, guys, when I make an effort, even me, I'm on my phone looking for cheap ticket. I can't find a cheaper one. I hope I could. I would love to be there as I'm becoming a protester now, particularly anything for the betterment of Sierra Leone. I would be there. I would try my level best to do so. Mixer.
Thank you so much, and Fatia. Listeners and viewers, do will not forget for subscribe to this channel on Facebook as well as Twitter. We're just there with credible news them, and that's make we bring come expert them for can educate and sensitize people about the day-to-day affairs of our country. When I remember today's program is about the protest now, the forthcoming protest in Belgium, and in order for them for achieve them, we get for bringing Kanaya for make we can discuss so many issues them. In the first place, everybody knows the Sierra Leone democracy is cracked. It don't crack. Everybody knows it crack. And
it don't broke, it not crack.
It don't broke, it don't crack. So we need try now for promote democracy and also for help the moral guarantors them for restore democracy back in our country. When I remember, listeners and viewers, Bakar King Conte make some salient points now. He said this particular protest will take place on the 24th of July, not to competition. I want to make sure that gets that message very clear. And they talk in the capacity as Israelian, not as APC, saying a competition between this diaspora chapter. No, not to competition. Waiting they want for achieve, and waiting we self don't achieve in England, waiting US is don't achieve in the first rounds of the protest. Now for make the loudest noise, now for make the yeri, we cry and we concerns, and also for deliver a petition paper. That petition document and statement now in the ring a bell, because now in contain everything what we need for making the support, making the assist we in order for restore democracy, and then, if possible, a rerun of the election in Sierra Leone for happen within the next 6 months. Over to you, Andrew. Just a simple question. Now the petition paper will not go present. Is they in line with the UK and the USA? Because remember, concerned Sierra Leoneans would speak with one voice. And so the message, if we go as the same. enough for we not for sway around, we not for sway. No way. So I just to ask you, when I don't get in contact with the UK concerned Sierra Leoneans organizers as well as the USA concerned Sierra Leoneans, because everything therefore they in line. The message. If you see we skip out with man, they begin to say there's the doubt. Then they give different message, then they don't give different message. And that's make even the UK will guide them also on this platform, will make sure say they also contact the USA and then get some facts from them. So over to you. I'm talking about the petition paper, the statement.
Yeah, it in
Una don
line.
put-
Definitely.
Perfect.
Now uniform,
Perfect.
uniform.
Not bad, boss. How you say? Not bad. A long time, sir.
Andrew, can you hear us?
Oh, we don't lost Andrew.
Nevertheless, we go ask Bakai. Bakai, you go please answer that question there for us. As Unana, the organizer, them with Concern Sierra Leonean.
Can you please repeat the question again, please?
Well, the simple question. Okay, go ahead, Fatia. You go ahead. Go
The
ahead.
petition won at the handing to the European Parliament, to the members of Parliament of the European Union. Is it in line, the statement inside, is it in line with the United States and the United Kingdom? Obviously, we're not allowed to write say black is blue when they not write blue is green. So is it in line, the statement? Is it similar? Is it symmetric? Is it everything? Is it the same?
The good thing is there's a reason why this na a protest way na collaboration. We don't agree from the beginning, say now one message we all send from the USA to the UK to continental or the Scandinavian.
Brilliant.
We don't get series of meeting them in which they explain to we waiting with the fetch for and waiting for be the outcome and with expectations them. So the message always send a uniform message. Then create them from the US, then pass them down to the UK, and then don't send them to Winaya. So there's no different kind of messages now, one message. Because no one creates anything when a confusion in the mindset of the one that will listen to it.
Good.
So at least we American in the sit down, talk to the British them, UK and I, and sit down with the European them. When they discuss, the kind of what they for do, they say, oh yeah, yes, that's the same message. That's what they ask for. That's what they ask for. Collaboration. They know we are speaking with one voice. So there's no two different petition and the same one we all use.
Okay, thank you very much, Andrew.
Yeah.
Are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he's back.
No, that's fine. You know, say the Scandinavian country quite cold, so until your internet they catch cold a little bit. That's a joke, by the way. I just get one question for ask you. Whose message, obviously, with people in Freetown, Sierra Leone in general, they look up to win at the diaspora. Whose message will you get for them? People see say, then they see say with the protest for them and all of us. Obviously, waiting and the go through in Freetown is not funny. It's very, very painful. We all get family members, brother, sister, mom, daddy, cousins, and most of them, this they affect them gravely. So waiting are you message for them people like Yasui, people and back home. Waiting are you passionate or courageous message to them?
Well, the message is just simple. We get a coup we successfully they might carry out, but we stand as best as possible through the power we God give we for stand against the coup system when Amada Bill and Mohamed Kone, to be more specific. The process of the elections outline them into 4 partitions. First, put them in the counting process, tallying, verifying, and certification of the results. If you in a salon, or you do any partner this world, not just the one the way they live in a salon, I want for state and very clear say, Mohamed Kone, he jumped all 3 the other processes they were outlined. He jump and go straight for verify and announce result. It's like you take medicine the one way for rub, you lick them, then you take the other for leaky rubber. Now the opposite. You know the work so. We get people that would be don't put in charge, who we pay for my taxpayers' money, for make them carry out this work, not to Mohamed Kone work. The county, not to Mohamed Kone, they go count. We get presiding officers. We get district returning officers. And bear in mind that these elections, the litmus of these elections, now the district. They even jump the district returning officers there. Mohamed Kone go further for announced results. We're not able to align with what we expect. And so therefore, going to Brussels, or with people in the UK, we don't go down the street, or the one in the US, we go to Capitol building, go tender the petition. Now the same message what they send to now, the same message they go carry out to the authorities them, we charge with the responsibility, where they function as moral guarantors for the country them, as alone. The same message we don't go give simple. We demand, say, Mohamed Kone and Madabio. Therefore, allow a process where the people in a salon we don't suffer for. A process where they serve the people and best, and where they go in accordance with international best practices, and where they go in accordance with waiting day now we Constitution of Salon. As I read Section 51(1) of the Public Elections Act of 2022, it states very clear, say the presiding officer, after where the voting don't take place, if for count the result, together with in the presence of waiting party agents them and observers them, tally the result, process them, then seal them, send them to the returning officer at the district level. If Mohamed Kone go further, it makes sure that them people there, they go to them for play, they not play them. We not satisfied. And I believe say una says when they listen to me, una not satisfied. Madabi, you know, win the elections. You know, win them. You know, win them. We been get 5 years for make it go out for win the elections. For work for una, for work for we. You know, work. And so because you know work, he take on himself, he unpick Mohamed Kone and put under them. We don't begin for rig these elections 4 years ago, even before voting. We are not satisfied. And so because of that one day, another 5 years of Madabio will be detrimental to every Sierra Leonean. Another 5 years of Madabio, it will be more killings because you not get nothing for account for again. You not get for go again for any other time. You not get for account for nobody. And so therefore, we stand against them to the last drop of blood. And they repeat for say and I say, we know they allow Madabio for go scot-free with this. We want for make Madabio no say, Salon no day to the normal day to every Sierra Leonean. And so if you didn't today, like I've been saying just now, if you listen to we, no say this fight, not a fight for Andrew Nomo Bakar King or the one the way they host we, now fight for every Sierra Leonean. Because what happened today for Madabio, it will repeat itself again. This thing did happen in 1967. Albert Magai did the same thing. But people resisted him. The people resisted him and allowed the process for Bikara based on waiting inscribed by the Constitution. And so therefore, we they continue to resist Mohamed Kone and Madabio and make sure that the people of Salon, what he do then and give them. And they don't vote in a candidate who them believes in their choice, Samuel Kamara. We're not there now for talk because we are APC, we they talk on the basis say we are Sierra Leoneans. Anything where they plunge that country into another war way past the 11-year civil war, we know they agree for that. And so what Mohamed Kone do in more than 11-year civil war, he rob we, and then they laugh we back on top day. Then face it smart past we. We're not there for talk book, but we just want to make a very clear say, we stand on what we stand for, and we continue for demand for justice for be served to the people of Salon. That, you know, they change that language, then I make the 24th July. Every Sierra Leonean for assemble as long as you get the chance for going to Brussels. When we go to the European Parliament and go table with petition, and then sure say we send a clear message to them, like what they do in the UK. Now the Prime Minister in the UK don't say September, they meet with all concerned Sierra Leoneans where they live in the UK and Ireland. As waiting happen the Capitol bill in the US, the senators them, they look into the petition where they present to them. Then they look into the cry of every Sierra Leonean will be present at that Capitol building day in America. And that is same thing will happen again in UK and Brussels. We will get for the day. Do ya make we go there on time and make sure say we comport ourselves. With man, they listen to everybody in cry. Everybody in voice, yeah, it matter. Not to like Salon where you talk, then go to Benghazi, then go torture you. We don't get Benghazi, we don't get any torture chamber now. Everybody in voice matter. And so therefore, they make there today for can talk to una. Kindly, every Sierra Leonean where they listen to me, where they listen to Bakar King, Mixer and Fatia. Do ya make us spare time? Salon, now one Salon we get. If we put Salon today, it tell on we and generations yet on board. Madabio and Inku and in cohorts them, they don't thief enough. They go on away, go sit down somewhere else, and may you get for continue for suffer. Because you don't overseas stay, no say you pick and get for ask you, say, who's are you home? And if they demand say they want for go now the home, who's you come out, which message you get for explain to them? You don't get any message. The only message we get for get to go present a message of a coward. We don't want to be coward. Let us go to Brussels and make sure say we present we serve there in accordance with waiting there to international best practices. Let us go there and present a petition where go spell out clearly say June 24 elections, they rob the people of Salon and they ensure say they do them on a body light. I want to stop here, come with Mixer and Fatia. I want to thank you for us. We will continue for stand and make sure say what people of Salon deserve then give them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Thank you ever so much, Andrew. And this is now the last question for Bakar King Conte. And Bakar King Conte, immediately after the question, you can wrap up and tell listeners and viewers then your last message of hope for the people of Sierra Leone, because you fight for them, for making them safe, the democracy in our country. You know, this now just a short one, and I go on to make it be very blunt for answer this question for listeners and viewers then. Everybody knows Sierra Leoneans that they yearn for get a rerun of the election based on the malpractices we call it or commits that our country did. So would they give them a pass for that so that the international community they intervene and give we a rerun of the election? If you get the opportunity on the 24th for voting up before the European Parliament, and I ask you, say, are you able for give me 2 sanctions where you want to make the levy against the bill's administration, because we all see you don't rush for form a cabinet, you don't select, and even in camp right now, it is in disarray for the simple fact that David Francis is not even in the country right now. They don't move, and we all hear say David Francis and Madabio, they don't fall apart. If you get the opportunity for speak to the international communities, them, the moral guarantors, they say you want to make the sanction bill in government. What are the 2 sanctions? And just 2, limit them to 2. What's 2 sanctions that you feel say they for better impact, make it get a negative impact in government right now? And after that, you can give last message to viewers that we are done. On mute.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mixer.
Good, welcome.
The sanction then we our made and give matter the past 20. But you say make a name too. So make a name the most important one.
Okay.
Yes.
They say now money to stop nonsense. No, so
Yes.
That's true.
where you say you cut feather, now where you get money. Where you say you buy ammunition, now where you get money. Where you say you pay soldier man them, do I know to support you for killing people there? Now who money they? So who wants for let them block any money where then they give them? Any money where they give them? But because I'm talking about money, may they freeze also they account them, offshore account them, outside.
Okay.
There shall be all the money there.
Yes.
Every corner outside the money then they wait man they know. You know why didn't they talk? Because the money now they account them back they can fall down. And that same money back can be used for develop the country then. But if you think say they don't sabi outside matter be money they outside they all they hide the money, now lie, they know that they. So make them block any financial way go give them the power for the come and because right now they aim there, they don't openly challenge the world. So then they prepare themselves. So who money no day, they don't do. Secondly, the most important thing again, where you say you feel superior, now because they allow you insurance and plane the fly, or travel ban, or ban them all. So then 2 things there are then paramount to me, and I know say we see them hold them 2 sides and day. Hey, might be like fly. You know, type of fly again. It is stress them. You know, and me no say when they ready for squeeze them, they know the button there. I let not tell themselves. They know. So for me personally, then 2 things a day, if I begin with them first no more. I'll be happy.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bakar. This is not a general question to Andrew and also Bakar. Waiting Madabio don't do so in Freetown. It don't kind of like severely affect with democracy, with peace, with justice and unity. This now make we go protest. We don't protest in the United States, we don't protest in the UK and also continental Europe, including the Scandinavian countries, then they try to do them protests. Andrew, now for a democracy, for civil democracy, for civil people and the brutality when matter be and in government, in the power of government, they impose on the people. You talk, then they kill you, smile and they burn your house. Anything you say, there's no left, there's no right. It's only his way or the highway. Particularly with democracy, they're at risk in Sierra Leone. And obviously, Liberia said they can get election, and different parts of African countries they can get election. This is a bad example for say Sierra Leone and one set a president to that. Waiting. You feel say we Sierra Leone and then now free to we not the Europe, we don't they do we own. What if you say we Sierra Leone and people then for do now na free to for stand up to Marabio? Say no, enough is enough. I know say most of them a little bit petrified because of the fear in God has been put upon them. But what do you feel say we all Sierra Leone and people then go do for help this process like how we say they do for help the process?
Well, the same way how we people be come out on the June 24, I see the readiness in them. I see the kind zeal they beget. I even see a scene where Power Boys, I think they call them, they get name, I don't forget the name, Soldier Team. They're gonna oust it. People they don't turn up, they 2-4 o'clock, they knock out box them for can vote. Soldier Team go mock them. I see the way the people they stand up, chase them Soldier Team, they run away, they chase them. I want the people and get that same determination there. This not just for Samoa Kamara or APC or NGC or any other party. This now for Salon. What happen at Salon so? If we let fight go scot-free, they get for repeat back. And when they repeat, we will see the worst past what happen so. Because you go get another murder bill twice. And you go see something of this, they repeat itself again at the sub-region. October, like what you say, Fatia, Liberia, they get the elections. Africa man and Maui leg for repeat, and Maui leg for imitate. Bad examples and precedents. As an M make who get for go na Brussels, you know they just go there for go talk on behalf of Salon. Would they remind with man and say, if we left this, it goes scot-free. And Madabio at the moment, it did nurture a lot of bad things in that country there. What Evangelist Samson do for make you other people and for go kill Evangelist Samson on the broad light? And for make una give them people that they befitting burial, una don't do una rob the people, and una kill them, and equally so una deny them the right to make them give them befitting burial that they did. Would they able to see more past what you see so that they did? What did they do to Evangelist Samson, Winston Care, many other people? We go see worst past what you will see over 79 prisoners where they massacred at Pademba Road. Some of them guys, and they go kill at Pademba, some no commit no crime. Some of them now poor Okada riders them. They refuse to give bribe to traffic police officers. Then send them go court, then charge them go Pademba Road. Some of them they na Pademba Road that next day, then kill them on a broader light. Even that bobo way Madabio they use Tanibola for go on that mission. Then go back, then kill her back. Even when the bobo go back in community, chap and then kill her. We now go see what's past that. If we sit down, we say they make cowardice. What they talk so right now, you know, me PV, if I show you the kind threats the way they can, the cost they are not to think for talk. And they receive thousands of every day. And they receive friend requests them every day from SLPP power guys them. But we don't care. What's more important, if you as a wise man sit down, you allow the fool for prevail, then now big fool go continue for rule you. We know they allow that. Because we just get one Salon. So you where they Salon where they listen to me, or where any part of the world where they listen to Andrew or listen to Bakar King, no say the time don't reach. We for say enough is enough. We don't get for go take arms and ammunition. We don't come up from that point there. But stand up for democracy. Stand up for your right. Now you're right. Nobody not for take them from him. The same constitution will be given the mandate for Will 2018, then give the power. Now the same constitution give we as Sierra Leoneans and the right for go vote. You don't tell me the wait for June 24. Salon people and they say, "Oh, be no more." June 24 they come. Now June don't come. Mohamed Kone don't come back as big and yampy. It take that June 24 now we are. Stand up, Sierra Leoneans. This not to incite to the inside nobody. Now we right. Now UK Abana Biobi they sit down, they send audios and in Mende, they incite Mende people. You see Keke Thomas Sandy and the London Jets, they be there in the UK. Now they be there, they do them dirty things them. Do right tops and send them go back home. Many of them, they do a lot of dirty things. So within on social media, they see. These are not make-ups or cook-up stories. So if we they talk today, we they talk based on fact. Wake up and stand up for democracy. Or if not so that, one day, see don't say, we'll be get country in a salon. Because Marabio, for this power, ready for do anything. Elekoti they do so. Even for mortgage salon, for learn more continue for wood salon. If they do because what they Marabio they not do, they're going to parliament with 10 parliamentarians unconstitutionally. Then beat them, then root them come on do. Now so the constitution say no. Marabio appoint Kone beyond waiting the constitution mandate him. Now so the constitution say no. Kone not qualify for being commissioner because they receive money to the day when they appoint him. He was serving as director for FIU, Financial Intelligence Unit. He was serving as a director there. He not qualified. Marabio know all them things that they say. All what he do, he unconstitutional. He don't do a lot. So therefore, we have to stand up, Sierra Leoneans. Stand up for democracy. Stand up for a constitution. Protect them. Now, the only documents that they will bind we together as Sierra Leoneans. I want to stop here for now because we get a lot for discuss, but we're not going to do it all today. Wake up and go to Brussels. On the 24th, go protect your vote. You still get the right for the one. Go to 24, we'll wait for everybody there. Thank you very much for the time and the patience we get for listening to it. Continue for share this message, make it go viral. I'll stop here for now. Thank you very much, Fatia and Mixer.
Thank you very much,
You're
Andrew. We're
welcome.
very much grateful.
Thank you ever so much. And listeners and viewers, I just get 2 announcements for make, and then Fatia, they can conclude this program. I just want to thank Kuna all. Well, basically on Friday, this platform, they try for host, and Momodu Stevens, when one of the chief organizers of the Concerned Sierra Leoneans in the UK, as well as Yamata, when also the only female who go for Brinker on Friday, as well as Dr. Fuller. And then I want to tell everybody, say this platform gets a coordinator winner, Owan Kosu, winner Abdul Kamara, he been travel go salon, he go aspire for become an MP, but he don't come back in the UK for join we, so we'll get a one-to-one interview with them on Saturday. And then Sunday we'll get the flagship program with Fatia also. Now that announcement that I just want to make to listeners and viewers. Now, thanks for watching. Fatia will conclude the whole program and the whole essence of hosting this event today. Way now the planning process of the Brussels forthcoming protest. So thank you ever so much, listeners and viewers. This is Hassan Kebe, where everybody they call Mixer the Mixer.
Thank you very much for the lovely viewers, them online, friend, family, fans. Una thank you wanna watch with today. We've been here an hour and a half now. We're very much grateful as usual. This program today now about the protest we're going to take place in Brussels in Belgium. The USA don't have their own protests, so as the UK now, continental Europe, they do their own with the Scandinavian countries. Please, with a big Sierra Leonean in that part of the world, in that part of Europe, if una free, una able, una join the protest in Belgium. 10 o'clock in front of the European Parliament, that's central Brussels. If una able, please, una make time and join. Like waiting, Andrew Bakar said, few hours is worth it for Sierra Leone. Few hours is worth it for Sierra Leone. With people in the free time right now, then they suffer immensely, greatly. You know, some people right now, they're still in the bushes. They can't even come out. And that's a fact. It's not a lie. And if people not able to talk, there's no freedom of speech, which is very important to us. So now beyond freedom of speech, now they go exercise. So now we don't exercise in the UK, we don't exercise in the United States, and now they go exercise in Brussels. So people in Africa not get that, they not get that power. They who dare them for come out for go, protest. You protest, you're penalized. You protest, you're killed. You protest, you're harassed. You and your family. So, and we see what happened last year, August, when the protest, over 15 or 30 people were killed. I don't even know of the numbers, but so many people were shot, were killed. And up to now, that both case, nothing will come up. So that one in the fact, it's factual and it's scientific. When you come up for protest, then they kill you, then they shoot you and kill you. We see what happened at the party office where Matron Hawa got shot. Not even protest. She was in there to do it. She was in there doing her job. They shoot and point blank. Up to now, nobody not come forward for that. So that's another buff case. But buff case for now. But we would prosecute each and everybody who are involved by all this killing for the last 5 years, from the head to the tail. Like I can always say, in Germany, Nazi Germany, people are still prosecuting up to today. In Rwanda, people are still prosecuting up to today. And Sierra Leone, we will carry on prosecuting from the head to the tail for years to come. We are not going to go free at all. All and killing, they will not take place. We've got the record, we've got everything. We will do it. So we want to say thank you very much for everybody who will join me. Una they abuse me online. Una thank you, una give viewership. We're very much grateful for one that they watch now. We accept the abuse because una know say na fact. When you protest na free you're shot. That's a fact. So now I'll thank you for one I can add, per viewership and on our content. So we're very much grateful for that. Una just go collect on a brown envelope 92 na no Una go for go queue for Fatima Bio, Mother go on a brown envelope. So thank you very much for joining us. We're very much grateful. Concerned Sierra Leonean, that in the host this protest, if una able please na continental Europe una join we. Thank you very much. We don't come to the end now. Mixer, you got anything for say?
Well, yeah, basically, I just want to acknowledge with technical team when Mo Bangura, when the director and also serve as the PRO of Reading. We get JS Momo, when another director and when the technical director in Sierra Leone, as well as in the UK. I want also for Sweet Bonita. Everybody knows in a familiar face now this platform. We get Manso, we get Supermed, Mufti, Mariatu, of course, Dr. Denke. Everybody knows that Dr. Denke is a lecturer, but yet still, every time we get shown at this platform, is always there. He go on protest, he do everything for this platform because he get love for Sierra Leone, he get love for the APC party, comrades them. So I want to acknowledge in efforts where he don't serve this platform. I also want to acknowledge a great producer, Una Delwin Thomas. I also want to acknowledge Pape Arun Jalo, where in fact, na social media, nobody will beat them for share flyers. Them it's one of the best, And I also want to acknowledge Igalo, of course, now one of the guests, and I also now a member of this platform. Also, we get ABS also, and the list goes on. But at the end of the day, those are the greatest man of all times. Then a Superman, the man will make the analysis prior to the elections. Work out that survey. Supermed, I will also tell you plenty thank you for your service we don't provide for winning this platform. Of course, to my twin partner who is Fatia but Inyalami Black. So that's not the only difference. Anyway, I say massive thank you to each and every one of you. And of course, to super guest them for tonight, we serve as Sierra Leoneans, not as members of the APC, Andrew, and BKC of Belgium. Thank you ever so much.
And also we get a flagship show on Sunday. Mixer, me don't mention it's going to be very interesting. We'll get interesting guests where they join we. If we're not able as well, on all can join we. Let we discuss. Thank you very much.
Well,
good night and good day. Have a blessed week.
I want to sing before we go.
Okay, sing.
Last song.
Right.
Okay, sing then.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Salonians, we the winning fight here.
Listeners and viewers, as a matter of fact,
Indeed,
on
of course,
Sunday.
why not? If not, why not? Thank you very much for watching everybody online. Una carry on for share the live so the conversation will carry on. Una like the page, una subscribe as soon as we come on. Una go get the notification and una go join the conversation. Una thank you. Good night and good day. God bless Sierra Leone. Bye bye.